Okay, there we go. Boom, boy, this crash bar is really working good. Oh, there it goes. See, the hinge is busted.
Yeah.
These planes are really built light. See the honeycomb in the side here? The whole side is just opening up. Yeah. There we go.
Oh, you got it open?
Yeah. You can get ready with
Giving way under the pounding pressure from the ROV, the door began to crumble away. This allowed room for the remote vehicle to get a clear picture of the inside of the plane.
Up there. One of those jump seats.
Yeah. Stuffing out.
Ah, look at all the dirt in there. I think it's a mess.
There was nothing there.
The back.
No valuables or mysterious cargo. The deep-sea engineers decided to attempt to open the sealed doors to the passenger compartment.
Looks like the only thing in the cockpit here is this, looks like a satchel or...
Oh, pan down.
It's open, or...
Huh?
You know...
Maybe it's the visor.
It looks like a sun visor, I think you're right.
Yeah.
The attachment point's falling down. It's totally empty in here.
It's full of garbage.
Still falling down from the roof. What about the dashboard? Does it have keys in it?
Keys in the ignition.
Don't they have keys on these planes?
Oh, come on, Brad. If you're going to ditch you at the sea, you're going to take the keys out? Hope these guys got out of there, but, gosh, you don't know.
Should be records with the FAA. We've
The
got
plane,
numbers now.
a Piper, had been stolen 15 years ago from the Pompano Beach airport. There had never been any word on its whereabouts. The police said they assumed the plane had been stolen and used to run drugs. But there is no evidence to indicate how the pilot or any passengers could have escaped. In the Bermuda Triangle, very often a perfect day can turn into a nightmare. Thousands of boats fill the marinas along the coastline here in Florida. Every day, untold numbers venture into the waters of the Bermuda Triangle. Occasionally, these boats never return. One of the biggest news stories of recent years concerns a prominent Florida restaurateur named Charlie Muir, who sailed with his wife and another couple on a pleasure cruise from the Bahamas to Florida. His 40-foot sailboat, Charlie's Crab, was named after his popular chain of restaurants. Muir, who was regarded as an accomplished sailor, ran into a violent storm, and the boat disappeared. It resulted in a massive search by Air Force and Coast Guard planes. At dawn, the search planes took to the skies. The surprise storm was already being called the storm of the century, with fierce winds in excess of 60 miles an hour and sea swells of 20 to 30 feet. According to the Coast Guard, it's typical of what can happen in the heart of the Bermuda Triangle. And it has nothing to do with space warps, UFOs, or laser beams from Atlantis.
We think that they made it to within about 30 miles of the U.S. coast up by West Palm Beach. But they were in that position about the same time that a very terrible storm front came through. It was the storm of the century in March of 1993. And a dozen vessels just off Florida were lost that day. 10 fishing boats, another sailboat, and a 225-foot freighter were lost at sea, most off the west coast of Florida. The Charlie's Crab, we're not sure what happened. We suppose they got caught in the weather, and it is the reason they were lost.
As reports of the seriousness of the storm reached Coast Guard headquarters, it became apparent that Charlie's Crab was not the only ship in distress. Rescue calls were coming in from points all around the Florida peninsula. In this dramatic footage, a family is about to be rescued from a floundering sailboat. The high winds and deep sea swells made it a perilous exercise for everyone. By the end of that day, a total of 162 people had been rescued by the Coast Guard from the raging waters of both the Atlantic and the Gulf of Mexico. However, there had been no sign of Charlie's craft.
We searched over 110,000 square miles, all the way from the Bahamas and the Miami area up to the North Carolina coast. We actually searched an area that's bigger than the size of the state of Florida and South Carolina combined. And we never found a trace. The only clue as to where they may have gotten in trouble was a cellular phone call made during the passage of the storm front around 4:30 in the morning that Saturday, March 13th.
Ken, what about the cell phone? Does that give us a clue?
Well, it can help in that we know that early in the morning there was a distress call, a 911 call from the vessel Charlie's Craft, and that was received by the Lantana Police Department. Based upon available FCC records, we plotted the 3 closest cell sites in relation to where the 911 call was made. We could use that information based upon the information you have and try to come up with where the boat might have gone down.
So that kind of fits in with the possibility it was knocked down very quickly. It's VHF antenna in the water, and then he has to use the cell phone to try and make a 911 call. And if we put that all together and we're lucky, and that's right, he's right in about here.
For additional help, the crew met with a skipper who had formerly worked for Charlie Muir.
What do you think happened to Charlie's craft?
I thought that probably the boat sunk in a hurry, that it probably might have knocked down. That storm hit with a tremendous force very, very quickly, and the position that he was supposedly in was at the axis of the Gulf Stream. Waves can get tremendous size, and any person caught in that situation could get themselves in trouble in a hurry.
Early in the search, the sonar indicates that a large ship has been found. The deep sea makes a turn to investigate. However, the sonar seems to be entangled in the wreck.